Alright, after a long hiatus, we are back with niche gold making A to Z, and I believe we left off after doing the letter M, which means N comes next. And N stands for Netherstorm. You're going to get to Netherstorm in whatever way you can. As a superior goblin engineer, I can port directly to Area 52. The lesser gnomish engineers will be able to get to Toshley's station, and for everyone else, Sharath is probably your best bet to get out here. Either way, get to Netherstorm in whatever way you can, and we're just going to hit up a few vendors. I've always been a big fan of selling vendor items on the auction house, and they always sell. Sooner or later, they sell for a pretty nice profit. So I'm going to show you a few vendors to hit up in Netherstorm to make some sweet gold, once I get through this loading screen, that is. Alright, the good news is that the good half of my soul made it through the teleport, so we're good to go. And we're going to just hit up this engineering vendor here in Area 52 first. Now, he will sometimes sell Corium Power Cores. I typically don't buy a whole lot of the other stuff that he has on him, but the Corium Power Cores typically sell pretty highly at a pretty nice markup, so I will always check those in particular because a lot of people need them for making the mount that I'm actually flying in now, and so it's fairly valuable for that reason. Once you've picked up any engineering items you want to pick up off that vendor, head up to Stormspire, which is kind of the consortium headquarters, for those of you who remember it from BC, just kind of the main consortium town up here. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit up a few different vendors. When I first flew up here, I couldn't find the pet vendor, who was actually the one thing that I had in mind when I came up here. So I hit up a few other vendors, and it reminded me that there's a lot of other items worth buying up here, so I bought out a little bit of each one. So while we look around for the pet vendor that I originally wanted to find, we're going to hit up a few other vendors. And as you'll see when I get here, the pet vendor is immediately behind me, which is why I could not find it at first. Either way, we're going to check a few vendors. Let's see here. This guy, nothing of use. Not a vendor. Nothing of use. This guy over here has some limited supply weapons, which actually are pretty nice for transmog. I actually don't even remember why I didn't look at that formula, but presuming it's not BOP, it might be worth picking up as well just to flip. But I think I was just kind of tunnel visioning trying to find that pet vendor when I was here last. You can check this engineering vendor out, see if he's got anything else you might want to buy. And then eventually we're going to find that pet vendor. Come on, Fade. You can do it. It's right behind you. Come on. Oh, is it him? Is it? Oh, let's find him. No, it's not. Oh, no. Actually, it's right behind me again. There. Last vendor. Found it. So I bought one of each one of these pets as well. This used to be the only way to get some of these cross-faction pets. And so they used to be a pretty nice flipping item, but they're also still going to sell pretty well just because a lot of people don't realize that certain things come from vendors. So now that we've bought pretty much one of everything except that enchanting formula, which may or may not be valuable, we're going to go back to Dalaran and see what we can get for him. Now, a common mistake a lot of new gold makers make is they try and bark these things in trade, and because they want to get that fast sell, they want to flip that gold and get some gold real quick. Don't do that. When it comes to vendor items, you need to rely on people not knowing you're selling them, because the moment you advertise that there's profit to be made, someone's going to look up where that item comes from because, oh, they want it and they want to know where you got it. They're going to see that it came from a vendor. You're going to have new competition. You're going to have people in trade saying, that comes from a vendor, you tool. Do not advertise these items. Wait for people to find them on the auction house and buy them without looking them up, because otherwise you're going to really cut into your own profits. So speaking of profits, let's see what we're going to get here. Now, while I was up in Netherstorm, I spent about 214 gold on items, if I remember correctly. It was definitely under 500 gold, and I ended up posting them for a auction value of 26,782. Admittedly, a lot of that is coming from what TSM thinks I'm going to get for the Ethereum Phase Blade, that kind of green sword, which apparently it wanted me to post at 22,000 gold. I'm going to leave that up there at that, see what happens, because it is a fairly unique looking weapon, and no one is competing with me on it. So we're going to see what happens there, and if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's there on the screen there, and I will tweet if and when it sells. So, but either way, it would definitely sell for a profit. I'm just not sure if it's going to sell for that much of a profit. I just realized I have my wind chimes in the background. Sorry if you can see that. I probably should have shut the door. Oh, and they're getting louder because I know I'm talking about them. Anyway, that's going to be it for this A to Z niche gold making. I have a week off, So I'm really hoping to get a bunch of these knocked out and get this series finished. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I've got a new microphone while I've been gone, so hopefully everything's okay. If it's way too loud, which I think it might be, please let me know. But I figure since a lot of people complain about how quiet I am, it might actually just balance out. So we'll find out. Anyways, you guys have a great day. Stay subscribed if you want to see more gold making videos.